Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Haven't made a video in a while, mostly because not much has been going on. The tank pretty much stabilized and there was not much really to update you guys about. And I don't make changes to my reef tank or my systems just to make change for change's sake. You know, that's when disaster can strike. I've got 30 years in the aquarium hobby and over 10 years now in the reefing aspect of it. That brings me to another point now. Old reefer trying to learn new tricks. You know, it takes a while for some of us older reefers to accept the new concepts and some of the new tricks and the new gadgets. So we kind of stick with what works for as long as we can. We kind of ride it out. But I'm here to tell you, the new year, new systems, new ideas, and a new focus. I've got a new build I'm planning. I'm going to try some more automation, new system design. You know, I'm still going to make it comfortable for the inhabitants, make it expandable. You know, I do have I have size restrictions on what I can really do. I can't have my dream tank just yet, but I am open to accepting, you know, the newer way of doing things or experimenting a little more than I usually do. One thing I am happy about is that I never gave up. I never just walked away. I never took a break. You know, a lot of people leave this hobby, you know, for a multitude of reasons. You know, it could be family issues, lifestyle, busy lifestyle, failures. You know, people fail all the time and they get frustrated and they give up. Some people lack the funds because this hobby can be expensive. And some people don't want to put in the hard work and the dedication that it takes to maintain or build a really nice reef system. With that being said, I decided to take on another challenge. There was a guy in the neighborhood who actually, I'm not sure, he abandoned his property and there was a tank, and I received word that there's a tank. It's an older tank. It seems may need, you know, a little fortifying. I decided to take a look, pick up the tank. I got a little bit of video here for you guys of what I was able to do with this tank upcoming. And I just wanted to, you know, stretch out. Since this tank, my regular 90 Reef has stabilized, I figured why not, you know, give it a try something different. I've already had different setups. This tank was an old hexagon shaped tank, and it was in bad shape, and it was a freshwater tank. It looks like a freshwater failure, actually, but take a look. Luckily, there were no fish in the tank. There was no detritus. There was no buildup. So I'm not even sure that this guy actually had any fish in this tank. But it was filled with water. I got all the water out. I had to scrub it and clean it and sanitize it and remove it from its current location, obviously, by myself. I finally got it into it's actually in my bedroom. And I decided to, instead of making it, you know, keeping it a freshwater tank, I'll make it a saltwater tank. And here are the results. You know, I actually got some Blizzard Maine clownfish I've always wanted. They're the first inhabitants of the new tank. I got a nice little sail-fin tank, a very small one. And next thing you know, it's Reborn. It's ready to go. I put a few corals from my overstuffed 90-gallon into this tank temporarily. And here are the results. Go. This is a 35-gallon hexagon tank. The seams are pretty bad, but they are functioning. I'm going to have this up temporarily until I begin working on the new setup. And it's running on a canister filter and a hang on the back filter at the same time. I have a 200-watt heater, which is a little overkill for this size tank, but it does the job, and I have that on a timer as well. I have two power heads, which have moderate flow, which makes things up in the tank. So the flow is pretty good. The corals are not complaining. As you can see, everything is open. And these are some of the corals that were in my 90-gallon, which was pretty much overstuffed full of corals. So until I can get the larger tank, everything new is going to go into this tank. Also, there's a small doser on this tank, just in case, in the future I start to need some alkalinity and calcium and magnesium dosed into the tank. Right now I'm doing water changes once a week, once every 2 weeks, and that's keeping my parameters stable. And I may just leave it like that. I may not dose anything into this tank at this time. I do have a camera, a Wise Cam on it, so I can keep track of it. I can watch it during the day, make sure my fishies and my corals are doing well. On top, the lighting. This is just one of the old black box Chinese LED black boxes that I had from my initial startup in the hobby. It's being held up by 2 pieces of wood. That's not going to stay like that, but it's there temporarily, so the black box is not touching any of the plastic or any of the things that might melt on top. It's not being overheated by the lights either, which is surprising because I thought the black box would be a little harsh on it, but it's not. I've got a little temperature gauge here so I can keep tabs of the temperature in the room and the tank. It's pretty stable, actually. I'm very surprised at this little tank that it went up so quickly, and it's thriving right now. So we'll keep our eye on it. We'll keep it going. We'll keep it clean. And I'll keep you guys posted. Also, just wanted to say again, don't give up. Don't give up on the hobby. Don't get overwhelmed. Remember, it's a hobby. There are things that you could do. Take a break. Sometimes people need a break from the hobby. It gets a little overwhelming trying to battle the outbreaks and fish death and temperature and everything else you may need to know to run a saltwater tank. So stay vigilant. Just do your homework. Don't give up. It is a challenge. All tanks are a challenge, but the saltwater, the reef tanks, they're more of a challenge than some of the other options. And with that being said, let's look out for the future here. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited about the future as well. We can get some things done. We can push ourselves to the next level. Remember, these are your pets. These are your animals. They're depending on you to take care of them and provide a stable household for them. Okay, a stable environment. So stay inspired. Keep going. Don't give up. And try different things. Try new things. Don't be afraid to be an old reefer trying new tricks. That's me. There are lots of us out there, and we're going to try. Most of us are going to try, and we're going to, we're going to see what kind of ground we can break. So, to wrap things up, guys, thank you for coming back to my channel. Again, it's your boy Bronx Reefer Brock. I'll see you soon. Let's do it.